Welcome, everybody. I am so excited here for another episode of our podcast, the Fearless Influencer Podcast. And I've got a super special guest with me today. And I'm very excited to have her because I've really just recently met her and we've kind of gotten to know each other over the last couple months. And I have watched her just like explode like crazy. Her business is just growing like massive, and just watching what she's done with video and her story in general is just kind of a really cool story, and we're going to hear that in just a moment. But um Mila, her name's Mila Markson. Thank you, Mila, for coming out. I'm super happy to have you here.
Hello, Mark. Thank you so much for having me here. It's an honor for me to be here. Literally, we met just like in January, right? Was the
Yeah,
first time we met,
yeah,
and like I'm so grateful for like we connected, we met because you are awesome, and I admire everything that you do. Like I really do, and I'm glad that you're like growing this friendship.
yeah. Yeah, it's great. I think one of the things I love so much is connecting with other people that have had success, because there's something about like connecting with other people that are on the same wavelength as you. That,
Hmm.
right before we came on, we were talking about events and how important events are, and, you know, and it's because you get around other people, and
Yeah.
I think us entrepreneurs sometimes are a little bit of a rare breed, and we need to like connect with other entrepreneurs to, get that,
Yeah.
you know?
And I feel like because sometimes like this journey like of entrepreneurship, it kind of sometimes it can be lonely. So
Yeah.
it's so awesome when you met with people that is the same mindset that you and the same vibe. And I don't know, it's something like refreshing. I feel like I love connecting people
Yeah.
that have the same mindset. Yeah, I love it.
That's awesome. Well, I love your story, and I remember, this was probably a couple months ago. I was on a call with you and we were talking, and I just remember asking you this one question, and I about fell back in my seat, and because your answer was so funny. I'm like, Mila, what video? How many, like, what's the most viewed video you've ever gotten? And you're like, oh, like 55 million. and, and you said it so flippantly, and I was like, only 55 million, right? And I about crap my pants listening to you, but it was like, and I was like, okay, I got to hear more of her story. So let's start with that, because that's huge in and of itself. And we could talk about that in a second more, but what's your story? I love your story, and I want people to hear that for sure.
Yeah, if you don't know me, I'm from Brazil. I came to USA in 2016, and I worked as a nanny for years. Right, I used to when I there was time that I had to get like 4 buses to go to work, 4 buses to go back to work to make $60, and like in the end, most of my money that I made it was like to pay for like getting bus. Uh, and yeah, I was struggling. And I would love kids, but I never wanted to be a nanny for the rest of my life. That was never like my dream job. But like not having English as my first language, not having experience, because all the experience that I have here in USA was like being nanny. I had to like clean house, sometimes like to make extra money and things like that. So when I was trying to find another job, another opportunity, I was struggling a lot because, lack of English, lack of experience, skills and stuff. And I remember right now, it's just funny because there were even times that I was kind of humiliated for
Mm,
like trying to apply for a job. Like once I tried to apply for Chase,
mm.
and like they were so mean to me, kinda like if I had the audacity to apply for them without having, like, experience. And yeah, anyways, I was just, like, so lost professionally, and I literally, like, I had no idea what to do. I thought maybe I go to, do something esthetician or, I was super lost. And then, like, I started looking for ways to make money online, and that's how everything started. Uh Tried a lot of side hustles, drop shipping, Amazon FBA, and this and that. And it was with the digital marketing, like affiliate marketing. It was when like things started like kicking off, and it completely changed my life.
Yeah.
And making videos, posting videos changed my life.
Yeah.
And it's yeah, and I remember because also when I first started recording my first video, my husband looked at me and he laughed at me like when he saw creating like my first TikTok account, like my first TikTok video. And then I told him like I'm gonna make money with this. Like that's how I'm gonna make money. And yeah, fast forward, like he's not working on his job right now. Like he's helping me on the business, and it changed. Like posting videos online, it changed my life.
Yeah. I see, and I love that because, that's one of the biggest things that like I think I'm always trying to get across to my audience is you got to create videos. Like, so I think you have such an incredible, unique story. And the only reason, and the thing is I've worked with so many people over the years, and the people that I find are the most timid about doing videos are people that English is not their first language. So I gotta believe that you probably had some hesitation at first when you were doing your first video. Did you not?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I was
Talk about
very
that for a second, because I think that's huge how
yeah.
you overcame that to really go out and just obliterate it.
Yeah. And I still doubt myself. I still like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. This is not good enough. Like, I think I'm not, if a video doesn't get good engagement and stuff, I think it's because my English, I think it's because, but like, I feel when you have you have like such a strong why and a
Yeah.
reason, and you get this as like this is my only option, and that's what it was the case for me.
Yeah.
I'm an introvert. English is not my first language. I'm like super nervous about like I'm not a camera person,
Yeah.
but I didn't have options. I didn't want to be a nanny. I didn't to I wanted to do something else, you know? So I saw that as like, this is my only option, and I'm gonna figure it out. And if I have to get out of my comfort zone,
Mm.
so be it. I'm gonna get out of my comfort zone. I'm gonna put myself there. So
See,
that's
that right there is like that's what it's all about. And it's a matter of getting outside of where you're comfortable. You have to stretch yourself. And obviously for you, that paid off in a huge way.
hmm
And I just find that inspiring because that's really what entrepreneurship is. That's about what being successful is you've got to step outside of the norm of, I'm not comfortable doing this. But I always tell people when you're not comfortable, there's only two reasons you're not comfortable. Number one, you're not comfortable because it breaks an ethical code that you have.
hmm
Or number two, you're uncomfortable because it's stretching you outside of what you normally do. And just because it's outside of what you normally do doesn't mean it's going to break your ethical code or your moral standards. So you have
hmm
to determine what it is. If it's just that, hey, I'm nervous, then you have to be willing to step outside that. And that's what you did, you know?
Yeah. And you have to like you need to have like such a strong why and a reason why you're doing that.
Yeah.
And you like, okay, I'm gonna get out of my comfort zone, and I'm gonna have to do if I have to be in front of the camera and make a video, okay, I'm gonna do that.
Mm.
And right now I'm also like on a phase that I'm getting out even more out of my comfort zone. You know what I mean? Because when
Yeah.
I started, it was just like making the 5 and 10 seconds videos, and then like, okay, it's easier. I lock myself. I go away from my husband, so no one can see me making a video, and like I'm just with on my own.
Yeah.
Now, like, okay, I need to create more connection with my audience, and I feel like as I learned with you, I bought your
Yeah.
course recently with amazing, and that's one thing that is said on the course is like people need attention, and
Yeah.
like these type of videos like talking videos and doing lives,
Mm.
it creates this connection even more with the people, and that's like this is so out of my comfort zone, and like, okay, that's what I have to do. I'm gonna do it. So like I started doing lives more with like some friends, and then last week I did with my sister, only her and I. And
Yeah.
then this Sunday I did like my first live by myself with my husband. And I like super out of my comfort zone. You have no idea how much, because I'm not extrovert. Like I'm not a communicator. It's especially like in another language that's not mine. And then I get nervous. I start like forgetting the words. I don't no longer know English, not Portuguese, and it's a mess, but it's like, okay, that's what I have to do. I'm gonna do it, you know.
See, that's so awesome. And I think that's the biggest message that people can take away from this is like if you're feeling uncomfortable, you gotta just step in. Like you gotta step in and do it.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna feel good at first, but the more you do, the more comfortable you'll get. And heck, I mean, you're just such a great example of that. So I love that. So I
Thank
want to
you.
get into, so let's talk a little bit about your strategy. So you have definitely mastered short video. I mean, I don't think anybody can debate that. I mean, when you're putting out videos that get crazy amounts of views and engagement and stuff. And I'd love for you to talk a little bit about like a structure that maybe, or maybe your way of thinking of how do you come up with content ideas? Um, what's your process? And I think
Mhm.
people would appreciate that, just kind of understanding your process.
Yeah. So like, first of all, I think
I know I would like to know your process too.
don't tell my secrets.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like, first of all, when I'm scrolling on social media, I'm not just scrolling. I'm intentionally scrolling. So I'm intentionally looking videos that's like viral, that has a lot of engagement, because when you really pay attention, that is a structure, that is a framework, right? So
Yeah.
that's when I scrolling, I'm always like trying to pay attention and like be intentional when I'm scrolling. And every time that I one thing that changed my views on the business and stuff is that like I don't need to reinvent the wheel. You
Yeah.
can like find like frameworks and things that is proven, that is work, and you can remodel, and you can have that as an inspiration, and put your own spin and put your own story, your own touch, and all of this. So that's kind of like what I'm like. I started, okay, scrolling, and like I like saving, make kind of like my own data. How you say, data
Like
bank?
you like your own data bank. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, my data bank with like, okay, this video has a good has a good engagement. This, like, and then I pay attention on the hooks, on the structure and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's how I started like analyzing the way that videos works, like the short
Yeah.
format video works and stuff. And then I like on posting, when I post, I like to do like different styles, like never posting the same thing. So like I post one video that's like inspirational, one video that's educating my audience, and then like relatable. I don't know, like just always like mixing up the type of content, and yeah, and like that's how my mind works, and I
Yeah.
I I don't know, it's
So
yeah.
already I've already realized that I have to stop mindlessly scrolling reels. It's so easy, right? To get sucked in and you're watching the funny videos and the things like that. But I love
Yeah.
that you pointed that out because you're very intentional about it.
Yeah.
You're looking at, and I love that because yeah, we don't want to reinvent the wheel. Like if you see something out there that's getting results, getting engagement, all you need to do is kind of figure out that framework and kind of recreate that in your own voice or with your own content.
Mm.
And that's such a clue, and a way to do that. And that's something I know I always talk to people about, especially with long form video or any video.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And that's literally what I do. Like I'm intentionally, because if you see, uh a lot of like everything has a framework. And
Yeah.
that like I'm intentionally, when I'm watching a live, or when I'm watching a video, like I'm scrolling on social media, I'm intentionally paying attention how things work. What is like the first 3 seconds, what that video did,
Yeah.
what is the hook that they used, the
Yeah.
song and stuff. And when I come to create uh my own videos, I I think like, okay, what is the message that I'm gonna show on this video? So I try to make everything match. Like for example, if it's an emotional video, right? Like an inspiration or something.
Mhm.
So I have like the message that's gonna be emotional, inspiration and stuff. Then I wanna put like a song that matches with the vibe, with the message. That's also like a emotional and that's gonna evoke the feelings that I want my views to feel when I'm posting that video. So I I I kind of like try to do.
See, that's a huge one too. And you just talked about evoking emotion because that is one of the key things to selling too. Like I've often said, people, and we've heard this statement before, but people, how does it go? People, they they'll always remember how you make them feel. They won't
Yeah,
always remember what you said or what you did, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. Like we can
exactly.
always go back and pinpoint that one time we had like an emotion 30 years ago that we
Mhm,
felt and how that person made us feel that way 30 years ago. And then, but we can't remember essentially what they said or what they did a day before that.
mhm.
But the feeling is a big one. So that's a huge part as well. I think the biggest question, okay, that I have for you is, okay, so you're a rock star getting tons of views on your short form videos. So how do you get them to go to your website and opt in? Because you've obviously built an incredible email list as well. So what's your way of doing that? Do you direct them to the comments? Do you direct them to your profile? Do you direct them to read the caption? What's kind of your
Yeah. So it kind of depends on the platform that you are uh, posting your content, right? Like, for example, Facebook. What Facebook works for me? I post my reels on Facebook, and on the caption, description of the post, I just say, all the information is on the comments.
yeah.
People go to the comments, and then like I can have like I give more information about what I'm talking about, and I put all like the description on the caption on the comments.
Mhm.
And on the comments, because Facebook is like they allow you to put like a clickable link.
Yes.
And then I just if you wanna know, if you wanna learn more, if you're interested, click the link, get my free ebook or my free
Yeah.
masterclass, whatever freebie that I'm offering. I point for them to like click and
Yeah.
get my freebie, and that's like how I works on Facebook.
Cool.
Uh,
So it's kind of like comment this keyword or say this so the goal is to get them to comment and then you can reply to that comment with a link or something like that or
uh, Not
you
necessarily making them comment,
yeah.
more like uh go to my comments section because
Oh, got you.
I post the
Oh
comments
yeah,
of
and your comment
already
will be at the
made.
top. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yep.
then like because I already I'm on the description of the video, I send them to the comments.
Yes.
They go there and then like they start commenting stuff, and like I reply to them if they
Yeah.
want to. But
Yeah.
most of the times, most of the videos that I post, I directed them to the comments that I made with the
Yes.
clickable link.
Got
On
you.
Yeah,
Okay.
uh, and on the Instagram, I always ask them to comment a word, because like sometimes on Facebook I get so many comments, and it's hard for me to reply everyone. I
Right.
always direct them, click already here. I already leave
Yeah.
the link there, and they can go and check it out. But on Instagram, there is automation, right? Like many chat that
Yeah.
you can use,
Many
so
times.
so much easier. So I just say like, if you wanna know more, comment the keyword, and then like I'm gonna send you straight away my freebie, whatever I'm offering. And yeah, on Instagram is like that, Facebook.
Yeah. Wow. So when you create videos, are they strategically for each platform? Like you create a specific video for Facebook and then you go to Instagram and you make one for that? Or do you use the same video across all the platforms?
The same. I used to be more active on TikTok because I started on TikTok, but
Yep.
now like we don't know if it's gonna ban, if it's not.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
kind of like we're gonna put all my focus there.
Yeah.
But I used to post on TikTok, and then we repurpose on Instagram and Facebook. But
Yeah.
now I make all the videos I make inside the Instagram, and
Yeah.
then I upload the video without the watermark. I
Yeah.
don't like post automatically, like cross
Yeah.
post
Right.
automatically.
You do that. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
because in my experience, for what I test, it doesn't get the same engagement.
Right. Well,
So
yeah,
I,
because I've been on Facebook before and you'll see a video and then you'll go to the comments and there's a button that tries to get you to click off and go to Instagram. And that's always a killer.
yeah,
Yeah. So,
yeah. So then it doesn't work for me. Like I have more engagement on Facebook when I manually
mhm,
download the video on Instagram and repost on Facebook. So I just make one video. I just like make all the videos on Instagram to post on Instagram, and
yeah.
I download my videos from there and repost on Facebook.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. So, yeah, that's super cool. And, like I said, you've mastered that. And I agree about TikTok. I think, who knows what's going to happen there, but it's always good to diversify where you're putting your content.
Yeah. Never put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah. Do you do a little bit on YouTube as well? Do you put some of your stuff on there or?
I do. My sister now she's like in maternity leave.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Maternity leave. Yeah.
Yeah, she just had a baby. So but she's the one who used to like download the videos and repost on
Yeah.
YouTube, like as a YouTube
Yeah.
short. And I was posting also on Pinterest. But
Yeah.
it's too much because it's basically just me, my sister, my husband,
Yeah.
my sister and my husband. So I said, okay, it's too much. So I not posting much on YouTube, but when she's coming back, I'm gonna post again
Yeah.
on YouTube because the video is there, right? Like you
Right.
already they work to create a video, so
Yeah.
you might as well like uh repost if you
Yeah.
can on other platforms,
Yeah. Put it out there. So how many videos a day do you do? Typically one or two, or is that kind of your focus?
I I used to make 3 videos a day, 3 short videos a day to
Yeah.
post on Instagram. But now I'm just posting 2 videos a day.
Yeah.
So I think 2 videos. I'm done. Like so, then I have a lot of videos that I made already. So
Yeah.
if sometimes I just like I don't want to create anything, I just repost. But I usually make 2 videos a day, and I
Yeah.
post like 2 times a day on Instagram, 2 times a day on Facebook because on Facebook I have my profile and my business page.
Yeah.
So it's a lot to keep
And
up.
you're putting them both the same video on both, right? Your page and your profile. Yeah.
Yeah, but not the same video on the same day. It's always like different.
A
If I post
different.
like
Yeah.
yeah, not at the same time,
Yeah.
but
I
it's all the same video.
Now you can correct me. I've always found I don't know on the videos, and I don't come close to a lot of the views you get, but maybe this is why you have a much greater idea on this. I kind of tend to see videos tend to do better on profiles than they do pages. Is that the case or what?
Yeah, I feel like it's so different. Sometimes like some people has pages that has way more views, but like in my case, I have a way more views on my profile than pages on the page. Yeah.
Yeah, that
But I
makes
like the page because the page you can put the automation.
yeah.
It makes your life so much easier.
I know. Like that's the thing. Like, it's kind of like you wish it would, they give you some of that, functionality on the profile too.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully one day they're gonna come up with that, but
yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. So, well, that's cool. I know everybody wanted to know that, and I know everybody will be loving that. But hearing the process, and I love that. I mean, 2 videos a day, short videos a day. My gosh, and then you're off. You can enjoy the day with your husband. Go out, guys. Do what you want to do, and enjoy the Las Vegas sun. Yeah. So,
People that we live in Vegas, we always gambling, but it's not the case.
right. I know, right? Oh, that's awesome. So I guess, from here we'll wrap it up, but where do you what's kind of your, 5-10 year outlook? What do you think? I know it's a deep question, but I know you
Oh,
love what you're doing. I know that. But what's kind of your goal, going forward? I know it's a deep question, but I always like to ask that because we're here to dig into your mind a little bit.
It is. No, I'm not a much person that like looking years ahead, but like if I think about like where I would be 5, 10 years, I just feel like uh having a like a peaceful life, helping people, like keep doing what I'm doing because I love it. I love helping people. I really do, and I I want to be able to completely retire my mom, so like she doesn't have to work anymore, and I don't know, people like doing what we're doing, like helping people and
Yeah.
maybe like starting a family also because we
Oh,
still
yeah.
not
Yeah.
should have a baby. So
Well, hey, you're setting yourself up good for that time, and that's great. So,
mm,
Mila, where can people find you? Like, where's a good place for them to find you? Social media? Do you have a website?
I do have my website still not done yet,
Yeah.
but like you can find me on Instagram or Facebook. That's
Okay.
where most I'm at
Yeah.
now.
So there's a rule there's a great key here that Mila just said, okay? She's literally made millions online, generated hundreds of thousands of leads, and she doesn't even have a freaking website outside of her funnel. There's so many people that spend months building their website. They've never generated one lead. They haven't done anything. I just think it's such a great thing. Like, you don't have to always have everything in place to like go out and be successful. Like, just get in
Yeah.
action mode, I think. You know,
That's 100% true. Like because the people, that's one thing that I post. There's some people that's always how I phrase that. You're always getting ready to be ready.
yeah,
And I'm like you're never gonna have everything in place. You're never gonna, you're not gonna feel completely ready. So start with what you have. Start with what you know, where you
jump
are
in.
now. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
but I one of the things I love to say is jump out of the plane and figure out how the parachute works on the way down. Like,
yeah,
that's really what you gotta do. Like, just get in there and, like, force yourself to figure it out while you're in the middle of it, and
yeah,
that's scary to a lot of people, but hey, man, it's what you gotta do. Gotta get in there.
yeah.
Happen.
And if you never do it, if you never like put yourself in that position to just start, don't think and figure it
Yeah,
out on the way, you're never gonna do it
yeah,
because the perfect time will never come.
yeah. Yep, absolutely. Which, by the way, she does have funnels, guys. She just doesn't have, like, her own, like, branded website, like, all of her. So I just wanna say that because I was thinking that, I just wanted to make that point. But anyway, Mila, you're awesome. Like, it's super inspiring to see what you're doing and the impact that you're having and see the success that you've had. So I can't wait to meet you face to face. Just so happens we were at the same event in September and we didn't know each other yet,
Yeah,
but I know we will come in this next year. We got some events we're gonna be at in the
yeah.
same place, so it'll be great to.
Definitely, definitely. Thank you so much, Mark. It was honor for me to be here. I love it. I admire you so much. You have no idea, and I'm super, super grateful. And it was fun. I love it. Can't
Yeah,
wait to see you here in Vegas for the next event.
yeah. Well, guys, if you like this, share it with people and, leave us a comment. I'd love to see your feedback and, make sure you leave that comment below. You guys are awesome. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.